Good morning, third grade. Today is May 18th, 2020, and I am proud and so excited to say that we only have 4 more days left of school. You have 4 more days being a third grader, and then you're moving on up into the big 4th grade. Today is going to be pretty simple. Read Aloud, Seesaw, and Raz Kids. We are almost done with the one and only Ivan. We only have a small portion left, so we'll go ahead and get started, but Miss Danielle has something really exciting to show you first. So yesterday morning, my dog Zoe had 2 little babies, and they are so cute and so tiny. Zoe's very tired, and she just wants to sleep, but I wanted to share my new addition to my family. If any of you want to know that what kind of dogs my dogs are, they're called Shih Tzus. So yep, I just wanted to share my cute little puppies with you. I'll show you again maybe later on this week. But we'll go ahead and get started, third grade. All right, guys, so last time that we read this book on Friday, very emotional parts when reading this. I will even admit that I was crying during a part of this book. So it was the part where Ivan and Bob were kind of like saying their goodbyes. And I just want to do a quick little refresher. Ivan gave Bob Knot Tag, so Bob could have Knot Tag to kind of cuddle with and stay with. We know that Ivan and Ruby have now been transported to the zoo. They have not yet been put in their new habitats, or we could call them their new domains yet. They're kind of like in a separate room. Ivan's been watching this TV, and he's been watching a show basically about gorillas. So now here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Still there. I look again. They are still there. Watching. Every day I watch them through my window, the way my visitors used to watch me. See how they chase groom? See how they play sleep? See how they live? They're graceful the way Stella was, moving just enough, only as much as they needed. They stare at me, heads tilted, pointing and hooting. And I wonder, are they as fascinated by me as I am by them? She. Her hoots make my ears hurt. I admire her intact canines from afar. Her name is Kenyani. She is faster than I am, spry and probably smarter, although I am twice her size, and that too is important. She is terrifying and beautiful, like a painting that moves. Door. Today the humans lead me to a door. On the other side, Kenyani and the others wait for me. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready to be a silverback. I'm Ivan. Just Ivan. Only Ivan. I decide it's not a good day to socialize. I'll try again tomorrow. Wondering. At night I lay awake wondering about Ruby. Has she already walked through a door like the one I'm facing? Was she as scared as I am? Scared the way she must have been the day she fell in the hole? I think of Ruby's endless curiosity and questions she loved to ask. Have you ever danced with a tiger, Ivan? Will your fur turn blue? Why doesn't that little boy have a tail? If Ruby were here with me, she'd be asking, what's on the other side of the door, Ivan? Ruby would want to know, and she would have been through the door by now. Ready. Want to try again, Ivan? Maya asks. I think of Ruby, and I tell myself, it's time. The door opens. Outside at last. Sky, grass, tree, ant, stick, bird, dirt, cloud, wind, flower, rock, rain. Mine, mine, mine. Oops. I sniff, approach, strut a bit, but the others don't welcome me. They have sharp teeth and loud voices. Did I do something wrong? Kenyani chases me. She throws a stick at me. She corners me. I know that she's testing to see if I'm a true silverback, one who can protect her family. I cower and hide my eyes. Maya lets me back into my cage. What it was like. I lie awake and try to remember what it was like. Being a gorilla. How did we move? How did we touch? How did we know who was boss? I try to think past the babies and the motorbikes and the popcorn and the short pants. I try to imagine Ivan as he might have been. Pretending. The juvenile male approaches me. He's eyeing my food hungrily. I imagine a different Ivan, my father's son. I grumble and swat and swagger. I beat my chest till the whole world hears. Kenyani watches, and so do the others. I move toward the young upstart, and he retreats. Almost as if he believes I'm the silverback I'm pretending to be. Nest. I'm making a nest on the ground. It isn't a true jungle nest. The leaves are inferior and the sticks are brittle. They snap when I weave them into place. The others watch, grunting their disapproval. Too small, too flimsy. An ugly thing to see. But when I climb into that leafy cradle, it's like floating on a treetop mist. More TV. Maya wants me to go back to my glass cage. I can tell because she's tempting me towards the door with a trail of tiny marshmallows. I try to ignore her. I don't want to leave the outside. It's a cloudless day, and I found just the right spot for a nap. But I relent when she says yogurt raisins to the trail. She knows my weaknesses all too well. In the glass cage, the TV is on. It's another nature show, jerky and unfocused. I expect to see gorillas, but none appear. I hear a shrill sound, like a toy trumpet. My heart quickens. I rush close to the screen, and there she is. Ruby. She's rolling in a lovely pool of mud with two other young elephants. Another elephant approaches, and she towers over Ruby. She strokes Ruby, nudges her. She makes soft noises. They stand side by side, just the way Stella and Ruby used to. Their trunks entwine. I see something new in Ruby's eyes, and I know what it is. It's joy. I watch the whole thing, and then Maya plays it again for me, and again. At last, she turns off the TV and carries it out of the cage. I put my hand on the glass. Maya looks over. Thank you, I try to say with my eyes. Thank you. It. Kenyani ambles toward me. She taps me on the shoulder, and Knuckle runs away. I watch her, arms crossed over my chest. I'm careful not to make a sound. I'm not sure what we're doing. She ambles back, shoves me, dashes past, and then I realize what's happening. We're playing. We're playing tag, and I'm it. Romance. Make eye contact. Show your form. Strut, grunt. Throw a stick. Grunt some more. Make some moves. Romance is hard work. It looks easy on TV. I'm not sure if I'll ever get the hang of it. More about romance. I wish Bob was here. I could use some advice. I try to recall all the romance movies we watched together. I remember the talking, the hugging, the face licking. I'm not very good at this, but it's funny trying. Grooming. Is there anything sweeter than the touch of another as she pulls a dead bug off from your fur? Talk. Gorillas aren't chatty like humans, prone to gossip and bad jokes. But now and again, we swap a story under the sun. One day, it's my turn. I tell my troop about Mac and Ruby and Bob and Stella and Julia and George, about my mother and father and sister. When I'm done, they look away, silent. Kenyane moves closer. Her shoulders brushes mine, and we let the sun soak into our fur together. The top of the hill. I explored every nook and cranny of this place, except for a hill at the far end where workers have been repairing a wall. They're finally gone. They've left behind fresh white brick and a mound of black dirt. While the others laze in the morning sun, I want to explore the hilltop. They've been there before, and I have not. Everything is still fresh to my eyes. I take my time going uphill, savoring the feel of the grass on my knuckles. The breeze carries the shout of children and the drowsy hum of bumblebees. Near the top of the hill is a low-limbed tree, the kind my sister would have loved. The wall is endless and clean and white, stretching far down to the habitats beyond my own. It's high, wide, carefully built to keep us in and others out. This is, after all, still a cage. It rained last night, and the pile of dirt is soft to my touch. I scoop up a handful and breathe in the loamy smell. It's a rich brown color, heavy and cool with my palm. And the wall waits like an endless blank billboard. Okay, last chapter. The wall. It's a big wall, and it's a big pile of dirt, and I'm a big artist. I slap handfuls of mud on the warm cement. I make a handprint. I tap my nose with a muddy finger. I make a nose print. I slide my palms up and down. The mud is thick and hard to use, but I keep moving and scooping and spreading. I don't know what I'm making, and I don't care. I make swoops and swirls and thick lines, figures and shapes, light and shadow. I'm an artist at work. When I'm done, I step back and admire my work. But it's a large canvas, and I'd like to get a better view. I go to the thick-limbed tree and grab the lowest branch. I try to swing my legs. Oomph! I land hard. I'm too big to climb, I suppose. I try again anyways, and this time I pull myself onto the first limb, gasping for breath. One more limb. 2. And I can't go any further. Perched halfway up the tree, I see my troop still dozing contentedly. I take in the wall, splattered and splashed with mud. Not much color, but lots of movement. I like it. It feels dreamy and wild, like something Julia might have made. From my seat in the tree, I can see beyond the wall. I see giraffes and hippos. I see deer with legs like delicate twigs. I see a bear snoozing in a hollow log. I see elephants. All right, friends, we are going to go ahead and stop right there. We only have about 7 more pages to finish, but we will finish the book on Wednesday. I am so happy that we are almost towards the end, and I'm so happy that we were able to read this together to finish off our school year. Now go on to Seesaw, get your activity done, and get your Raz Kids assignment done, and I will talk to you guys soon.
Okay, guys. I would totally love your help on naming the puppies. This is one of them. They're both girls. So she is a darker brown. And then this other one, she almost looks the same. She's just a little bit lighter of a brown. But I would love your opinions on what I should name my dogs. And I promise I'll keep you updated for the rest of the week of how they're doing. But I'm going to put a little page on Seesaw, and you guys can give me some ideas to name my 2 little girl puppies. All right, guys, good luck with your assignment today, and I will see you tomorrow for math.